voice of a consecrated soul.
Atma Dhwani. Get the tools to resolve your life.
A dialogue with religious women.
Greetings of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to all the viewers of Atma Dhwani channel. This is your host, Ms. Privy Dsouza, extending a warm and hearty welcome to each and every one of you, especially to our dear sister Leona Nisha Galbao from the Ursuline Franciscan congregation. By profession, she is a teacher and is also the province vocation promoter of Mangalore province. Dear sister, we are elated to have you amidst us today. Thank you so much for joining us today. So without any further ado, let's dive into today's program and discover her inspiring stories and insightful discussion that awaits us today. So sister, my first question to you is, so before I begin with the first question, I hope you're all comfortable, right? You're comfortable, yes. Right? Okay, all right. So my first question to you is, could you please share with me your story into becoming a religious nun and what inspired you to pursue this vocation?
Yeah. I was brought up with the Ursuline sisters since my mother was a teacher working with the Ursuline sisters at Bhatkar. Till 7th standard, I never wanted to become a sister and I always escaped from them. In the high school, I met Sister Shalini, my social teacher. Looking at her way of life, the way she interacted with us, I was fascinated. And after that, I started thinking, why don't I become a sister? Later on, after my 10th, I decided to join the congregation and today I am here as a sister of Ursuline congregation.
Okay, so basically it was a social teacher who inspired you, right? Can I know her name, please?
Sister Shalini.
Sister Shalini. So Sister Shalini, if you are watching this video, just know that you have been a great source of inspiration and Sister Leona has drawn inspiration from you. Sister, I'm very curious to know about how your daily routine as a religious nun typically unfolds. So maybe could you please provide us an insight into your daily routine and activities?
Yeah. My day begins with prayer and ends with prayer. So my day unfolds various activities in the community and in the school as well. So as a teacher in Navachetan English Medium School at Venur, I have various activities to do in a day. And every weekend, I'm also the vocation promoter of my province. So every weekend, I go to various parishes, meet the girls, and speak to them about my congregation. So balancing between this teaching profession and the vocation promoter is a challenging job for me. Yet I do it, trusting God that He will provide the necessary graces that I'm in need of. And I'm really happy being a teacher, mingling with the students, also meeting the different girls of the parishes. So I do it happily.
Okay, thank you sister for sharing us your daily routine with us. Sister, now I want to know if there are any specific challenges or sacrifices that you have encountered as a religious nun. If there are any, how did you overcome or face these challenges?
Yeah, life without challenges is meaningless. So life becomes more meaningful when you have lots of challenges to face. I did have many challenges to face. But every time I faced it, I received the strength from the Lord and various people came into my life in different ways and helped me. So one incident that I remember is 2 years ago when my mother was sick. As the eldest child of my family, I had to take the greater responsibility of taking her to the hospital, finding the suitable doctor and take care of her, keeping aside my studies. So during this crucial moment, my sisters never left me alone. They were always with me, helped me in every way that was possible, and gave me a prayerful support. So I saw God's hand in all these things. In all these incidents, in one or the other way, one or the other person came into my life and helped me. So the more I sacrificed, the more I received the blessings from the Lord. I am never deprived of anything till today. Though I have sacrificed so many things, I never felt I lacked anything in my life. So every time whenever I was in need of anything, I received it from one or the other person. And today, I'm happy to say I'm blessed with good family members and relatives, good community and good friends. Isn't this the blessing of God?
Yes, sister, it's definitely a blessing from God. For God has been with you in all your trials and difficulties. So my next question to you is, there are so many other congregations out there, but what made you choose the Ursuline Franciscan congregation in particular?
I never came across any other congregation sisters before my joining, and I never knew that there are various kinds of congregations existing in this world. Secondly, after my joining, I have seen my own sisters, how they work with the poor in the villages. I have seen their committed life, their simple nature, and how hospitable they are towards the people. And I'm really proud that I am part of this congregation.
Oh wow, now we all know why you chose the Ursuline Franciscan congregation in particular out of all the other congregations out there. So could you please share with us a memorable experience or a significant moment of your religious journey that has deeply influenced you?
The memorable event of my life is my final profession and Thanksgiving Mass. Final profession day was a day where I totally committed to the Lord, and my Thanksgiving Mass was a unique celebration which I had in a unique way. So it was during the lockdown. No churches were allowed to be opened, and I had to celebrate my Thanksgiving Mass in my own house. So the sisters of my congregation took the initiative to come to my house, make the arrangement for the Mass, and my relative priests were also there to celebrate the Mass. And all my relatives made the arrangements for the food. So it was a unique celebration which none of the sisters might have had.
So sister, on this note, what advice or insight would you offer to someone who is considering a religious vocation or exploring their spiritual path?
I have experienced the fullness of life and am contented being in this congregation. So I feel free to advise others who are interested to join. I ask the persons to listen to their inner voice continuously and decide willingly to serve the Christ. If at all anyone is interested to join, I ask them to come and join to our congregation because I am happy being here, and I encourage others also to come and join with us.
Thank you so much, sister, for sharing us your insights and perspectives. We are absolutely delighted to have you with us today, and your story, without any doubts, has left us all spellbound, and we are deeply inspired from you.
Thank you for inviting me, and I am also delighted to introduce my congregation to the people.
Thank you so much, sister. This is your host, Ms. Privy Dsouza, signing off. See you in the next episode.